Okay, we are live. Meland and Polter and Lucid. Well, they're not here talking, just me. And it's turn one. And there's nothing to see here. Nothing to see here. So we'll just wait a minute, see how it goes. Yes, sir, we are underway. We are underway. All right. Oh, good stuff. Everything is set up correctly, I believe. What have I got going on here? Okay, sounds good. Sounds good. So we just wait for the first turn so we have something to actually look at. Which until we get to turn two, we don't. I have a little more coffee so that I can. Yep, I slept in today. All right, here's our turn. Yeah, definitely here's our turn. All right, let's have a look and see what we could see. A couple other little bits of administration stuff to do. Just do that very quickly. There are just these steps getting started. So let's see. Utgard. You've got a monolith. And fairly terrible scales. See that Lucid did not go with the somewhat nasty we saw a couple days ago with the turmoil and misfortune, but clearly he's going bless with his wake monolith. What else do we have? Looks like his independents are moderate to heavy. Now over here for Polter, he is not awake. No, I don't see a god. And his scales are quite good. So this looks like a bit of a hybrid of a scales build. He might have some bless, and we will find out fairly soon. And what have I got going on here? Nothing too much happening. I'm a little groggy this morning, so it'd take me a little bit to kind of get up and going here. These guys made their picks. I was thinking, I don't know how. What would be the plan with man? What's the plan with man? I mean, Utgard, it's fairly straightforward. You could scratty, you could use your sacreds. Where are the Utgard sacreds? Let's take a look here. Squish the humans. La Montal, my dear Watson. So where are we here? Yeah, Gam Herdings. Okay, so maybe regen. Regen is always a good one. It's monolith, so Earth's astral nature. That would make sense. My last game with Utgard was a Disciples game, and my teammate had it, and he did most of his work with Gaudy Huskarls, which are a very solid unit. Very, very solid unit. And the turn is here. So let's pop out and get our turn. and both expanded once. So let's jump over to the action. Utgard went out with, looks like Gamherdings. Yes, sir, looks like Gamherdings. And I think, I'm guessing about half of his start army. You can't hear me right now? Okay. I'll type that out here. Just see how the Gam... Now, what's the bless? Air shield, shock resistance, twist, fate, regeneration, and fortitude. Well, there we go. Twist, fate. Interesting. So he's doing high astral. Who is who? I'll give you... Oh, and the turns here. Okay, give me a minute. These things are going fast and furious. Lucid is Utgard is correct. Thank you, Tarakodono. Or Tarakodono. And we didn't get to see man, but here we go. So easy expansion with basic stuff and a few wardens. I gotta get my turn. Okay, man made a second expansion. I may not have an awful lot of time to watch over things in great detail, but let's see if we can get a man bless here. Okay, here's man's bless. So let me write this out. Man bless. Attack. +2, SR 10, poison resist 15, cold resist 10, strength +4, and dark vision 50. All right. So I think we can see that this is going to go very easily. He's just going to shoot them. Yeah, it's very straightforward. So a little bit of shooting from the wardens. The wardens are holding up. Kill well. All right, now let's jump over. Utgard did not have a fight this turn. So where's the second attack by man? A judge. Oh, I wonder if that was a misclick. Did he intend something different? Did he intend to run away? And oh, what is that guy doing? Okay. Just a probe, but maybe without retreat on. Okay, well that didn't amount to much at all. We got another turn already. Oh, these guys are flying fast and furious. Okay, let's see if we can see the bless again. There's 11 Gamherdings, so that's quite a few. Grab this bless. Okay, so here's Utgard bless. We have air shield, shock resist 5, this fate, regen, and fortitude. Yeah, I guess that makes sense. He just suicided them and used them as a probe as well because he didn't get any lucky battle. Man is... I'm not sure. So there's not a whole heck of a lot to see here. Only 5 shock resist. Yeah, so that puts him in neutral. All right, now, man. Oh, these guys have done another turn already. Man, they are flying. They're flying fast and furious. I'm going to be hard-pressed to keep up. We're going to have to just look at... we've got the 2 blesses. Okay, Utgard is pushing towards the center with a fairly strong party. He's got more Gamherdings coming back at home. And he's leading with a gold. Okay, was it the prophet? I didn't see. I have to exit and come back just so I don't hold these guys up. Let's see if this was a profit. No, he's a plain goat. All right, not a profit. And then for man here, got a couple of judges. Quite a few wardens. Okay. So he's doing fairly dull. No magic weapons. No magic weapons. Man is a monolith. No, man is not awake that I could see. Unless it's just not showing up. It looks to me like man went dormant. Just due to the scales. See what we can see on the research graph. So provinces, slight advantage for man. Yeah. We did not see a god from man so far, and it should show. You can never be completely sure. Yeah, cannot be completely sure. So I'm just going to take a look at this one. All right. The turn's coming, so we're not going to see more. All right, turn's here. Turn is here. Leave and come back. Okay, we've got lots of action. So, Lucid was making a direct for the center play. And man is expanding cheaply over here, moderately over here. Good size army still sitting at home. How many fights were there? 2 each. Okay, where's Lucid's other fight? Up over here. No losses. Took out heavy infantry and light infantry. That's about it. Yes. Alrighty. Yeah, there's not too much else to see here. I don't think any of these fights really show off too much of anything. We could look at this small one. That was just light archers, and oh, that was a very small independent group. Very small. So Polter is going, I guess, for out-trooping him, and you're saying you don't think he could pull that off, and that could very well be. Could very well be that he can't pull that off. Oh, okay. Oh my gosh. Polter just mentioned. Okay, that's pretty painful. That is pretty painful. Good grief. Did you guys see that? Look at that. Misfortune advance on his capital every turn. Well, not quite every turn, but a lot of turns. Now I see what he's talking about. Yeah, that's a little bit difficult. So I wonder, is Lucid just going to go straight for it? Maybe. Maybe he'll just go straight for the rush. End this whole thing really quick. Wow. Those guys should kill. That's a hardcore blast. All right. Well, we've kind of seen everything. And the turn is here. Feel scruffy today. Scruffy. Seriously scruffy. I'm not hearing the chat. Oh, Lucid is attacking. No question about it. And yes, Lucid is attacking. Okay, I gotta do my maintenance. So let us start with, okay, Lucid did a very little expansion. Oh no, that's decent size. Another one over here. Man, expanded up that way. Pretty serious Warden army over here. And Lucid is making a beeline for the middle. Yeah, that's pretty serious crush. So, let's look at graphs. Provinces, they're equal. Man's small, early advantage faded. Income, a little bit better for Lucid. But then all those events we saw on Man's capital has to be hurting. What else? Gem income, okay, he found a lucky site. Research. Interesting. Okay, so some research advantage for Lucid. What will he do with it? You're gonna have to roll out something else. But I don't think any of these fights really tell us anything too much. Okay, what have we got here? We got 2 Magister Arcanes tucked away over here. Gonna site search, I'm guessing. What happened here? Oh, Utgard pinged with a scout. Okay. That's about it. Well, this is vicious. Let's start this out real. Let's take this real. Rushing air elementals would make sense. Yes, it would. Now, do we have anything really for... Kind of a judge is this guy. Just leading. And preaching. And a lot of crossbows. Lots and lots of crossbows. So he just shoots a couple times and rushes. Man versus Utgard. Utgard. This is late age. So it's Utgard. But yes, Niffle-ish. Niffle-like. Niffle family. Utgard. The late age version. With gab herdings. These boys. These bad boys. Cheaper and smaller than Niffle Giants. With Twist Fate, Regen, and Fortitude, so. And some shock resist. Okay, well, does he just go and mess up the cap circle? Force man to go backwards and defend? Could crossbows deal with that? Well, not so much with the air shield. Man's gonna have to chop up with swords. Question is, can he do enough damage fast enough? Are they? I don't know. It looks like it. Kind of looks like Lucid is going to make a push pretty straight for the capital. Kind of assuming that before there's any real magic out, he's got his best window of opportunity. Here comes the turn. We'll find out very soon. Okay. Well, for now, he's circling the capital. That looks like a pretty big fight. Let's go back out. Come back in. So, glance at the other ones first. We'll deal with those first. Wardens. Tower Guard. We lost quite a few wardens there. What else? Utgard's coming around this way. Utgard's coming around that way. All right, let's look at the big fight. Utgard versus Independence. There's nothing much to see there. Nope, there's nothing much to see there. So let's jump out to the other fight just so that we see it before there's any change. All right, so can he kill these? Can he kill these Gamherdings? Basically, no. It's like he didn't even kill one. What are the net results here? Not a single Gamherding died. 11 wardens died. This is not looking very good. Yes, it is not looking very good. So that's one of man's armies wiped out. Oh boy. Boy, oh boy, oh boy. Man's going to need some magic if he's going to pull this one off. This could be fast and furious. Well, there's not a whole heck of a lot else to say. Man's got a decent army at home, and this army is moderate, but just took a heck of a beating. Yeah, that was expensive. Don't know if Warden's going to cut it. And an Utgard scout doing a probe. An isolated province. So on graphs, let's see. Okay, Utgard is leaping ahead. Well, not leaping, but moving ahead. Good on the income. Gem income. Utgard still has a major advantage on research. Suppose something else we could look at is back at Utgard's capital. We can't see if he's bought other match. I'm sure he has. But what, which ones or what they're doing, we don't really know. So we'll have to find out that when we get the opportunity. And up here, yeah, he's just expanding away. So he's got a shot. Now we could see, looks like this is cold, so he can get across the river here. So we can bring this other group of Gamherdings, and he's got more of them at Javelin-list. Maybe retreated. Yeah, probably did. So he's bringing a second army to pressure the other side. I'd say this is a rush. That's my interpretation, is this is definitely going to be a rush. It does look like if Lucid bought more Magi, they are not researching. Because the slope of it, well, the slope of his graph slightly increased here. Very slightly. Nothing too substantial though. Okay, turn is here. Let's see. I'm guessing it's the push. All right, lots of fights. Do my maintenance. Okay, more Gamherdings coming over here. No attrition. Oh, Lucid's just clearing everything out first. But he's brought the second army of Gamherdings over here. And what happened here? Barbarians. Okay, that didn't work. So independent barbarians. And what happened here? One tower guard attempted to take that PD. Failed. Well, the pressure is pretty heavy on man right now. The two Gam herding armies are pushing hard on man. Now, are there more coming? Here comes another one. Yeah, here's another group of Gam herdings. Here's another group of Gam herdings. With a huge little bit of whatever else. These guys are just slowly squeezing in. So he's playing the slow squeeze. And this fight was just tiny bits of PD. So definitely nothing much to see here. Well, perhaps we're not seeing if Lucid... We're not seeing if he's got blood hunting going. Any Scratty out there. Just goads. Just goads. Mostly he's buying a lot of goads. You know, he's got a gold with each of these parties. I don't remember if golds cost 1 or 2 commander points. Where's golds? The open gold. There are 2 recruitment points. So no, he probably hasn't bought hardly any magi at all. He's just buying golds. The golds he's got out. He's got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 golds out and about. It's turned 10. So he probably has very little for magi. He's got a market. Yeah. Yeah, he's got a few slaves coming in. That's about all. I don't really see much else. All right, let's look at the, look at that. Those events on man's capital are painful. That is quite painful. I definitely don't know what's going on there. That seems above the pale. Let's just see. Yeah, and in comparison, Utgard's capital, no big trouble. By how much the graph slopes. Yeah, you can see a tiny, looked to me like a tiny increase in the graph. Increasing right there, but very tiny. Most of the slope is consistent and steady. So it's the monolith doing the research. At this rate, he's not going to need that research. Well, I'm not very chatty today. Sorry, guys. I slept in a lot, and I'm just kind of slowly waking. There just isn't, there's just not a huge amount to see. Kind of looked over what we can see. So this one's kind of do or die for both these two players. They're in the repechage part of the tournament. So both have lost once. We're just waiting on Lucid. He's doing some galaxy brain thing. I'm going to take a quick bio break. I'll be right back. I'm back and we have a turn. And all of the attacks are by Lucid. 4 of them. Okay, he's not cap rushing yet. He's just clearing a whole bunch of independents. Getting a massive income. To leave and come back. All right, now, is this a fort going up? There's an independent commander. The javelin list got left behind. There's one gam herding got killed. It's not a significant factor in the game. And man has largely pulled back. Man had an army up over this way. Lucid is steadily pushing down from the north. Took that one here with a small loss. Fairly minimal. Let's see, what else do we have? Not too much else. No, I think we've kind of covered it. So there was 4 attacks by Lucid. 1, 2, 3, and 4 with a very minimal loss. Gam herdings. So is he going to continue? Anything else to see? Let's see. Provinces. Yeah, man is stagnant. Has lost too much. Gained a little bit to compensate for his losses. Well, I don't really think so either. I think his window may be gone, but Lucid's not pushing too hard yet. I imagine he will. That would be my prediction. But yeah, nothing too blatantly obvious here. Lucid's got other stuff going on, at least. He's taking some time on his turns. So maybe he's got some other actions going on in the background. Polter brought out this army here, maybe to try to push Lucid back on this side of his capital, to the east of his capital. It's not a bad maneuver. That might assist him. But so far, 11 gam herdings is not that huge. He wasn't able to even kill 1. So I'm not sure. I don't know what counterman could have. Let's look at his research, see if it's picked up. It's picking up slowly, but probably not quickly enough to make a big difference. But I think the real giveaway is here on income and here on provinces. So I would be expecting Lucid to be putting up a second fort here somewhere anytime. I don't see it. I see an independent commander there. So that might be the one. Oh, Asaiskona. Oh, okay. So he is bringing some magi forward. Okay, we have a number of attacks. So let's see what the results of those are. Need to exit and return. Let's start out on the map level. Okay, these guys did another expansion. No interruption there. Did another expansion. No interruption there. Here, man got a second fort up. And Lucid's pressuring on that. What happened over here? A judge. Okay. Didn't do anything really. And here we have, looks like the clash. A clash of armies. So man's trying some magic. Let's see what his magic is. What's going to bring to play here? Titan may have a Titan coming out. Man may have a Titan coming out. Not Titan may have a man coming out. Good grief. Well, one of the Magister Arcanes died right up. Lightning bolts. Let me start this again. Okay, one of the Magisters got wiped with an arrow right off the bat. Those are just... Oh, so Lucid brought some... Yeah, that's just... He did a PD dump here. And the lightning bolts are killing PD. That's not very helpful. And the Gam herdings are chopping up the wardens and did up the couple cavalry. Oh, word of stone there. Yeah, even paralyzed takes a long time to kill those Gam herdings. And does the Magister Arcane get away? It does not. It is fatigued out. And it gets crunched. Right? Yes, sir. It gets crunched. Okay, so Lucid bought significant PD, 20. He lost a couple of Gam herdings. But the Tower Knights and the Wardens are toast. They hit like trucks. They sure do. They hit like trucks. So, what does this look like? Well, that was rough. Man took another hard hit. Do we see a Titan? It is turn 12. We see the Dewey of Thunder. Dewey of Thunder. Okay. Let's see if I can look that one up. That one I don't recognize right off the top. See if we can find that guy. So, late age man. Where are we here? Late age man. We want units. Pretenders. DU. Dewey of Thunder. Alright, this dude. There he is. Good morning, Sunshine. So that's the dude he took. Lots of lightning. But he's going to need a lot of gear if he's going to have that guy survive. Caster, yes, I think he has to deploy him as a caster. Now, did that crank his research up? Maybe a little. It's starting to catch up, but boy. Yeah, this is looking rough. It's looking very rough. Losing those Magister Arcane was not a good thing. Very much not a good thing. I don't think the Dewey, maybe it's Dwee, maybe Dwee, pronunciation there of that, D-U-I-U, Dwee. But I don't think that guy can be tanked up enough. He'd need regen for sure. So Lucid's putting the squeeze from this direction. He's coming down from the north. It's got another batch of Gamherdings just cleaning up independence. And then, oh, here comes another big batch of them. You're still seeing the inspector. Thank you. Sorry, I'm a little groggy today. Anyways, Lucid is clearly coming down from the north. Taking his time to prepare whatever. You know, right now he's working to win by the economics effectively. Man did get a second fort up. Let's see if Lucid's got a second fort going. I don't see one anywhere. I see a scout here. I don't see a fort going up. Scouts all over the place. Independent scouts, I think he's just finding. Yeah, I don't see Lucid. So this Siscona is kind of sitting here. Maybe it's searched. Taking a turn to figure out what the next move is. Wowzer. Okay, let's review this fight. No, there's just nothing to see there. Very simple. We saw that the one attack by man was that one. Here it's just a judge, and this one, yeah, just 6 PD. Well, usually you can see the message, a fort is under construction between the links. This one here, yeah, I don't see a fort going up. It doesn't say a fort is under construction here. That's where I thought he might be doing it. I don't think he's going to have duration 5, maybe 3, but I don't think little air elementals are going to cut it. It died too quickly. Although, like somebody said, no magic weapons going. So we'll have to see from there how it shakes. Yeah. Oh, here comes the turn. Good. I was running out of things to say. Oh, looky there. Quite a bit of action. Not crazy, but a good bit of it. Oh, 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 that looks like that's going to be significant. Let's start with the other ones. We have over here, a single judge attacks. Where did the guys from here go? Oh, there they are. Back over there. One dead center above the mage. You think of this one? That one. Oh, yes, there is a fort going up there. Yes, sir. That's what I was looking for, that message. All right, so this was just a judge. This was take out very light PD. This was a serious fight. Make sure that is in Barm. Okay, let's just be sure we've kind of glanced over the other ones. Here's some more. Killing some independents. Here's the big one, is 13. Well, it's not insane. Another one following behind it. These guys, I'm guessing, are going to come looping around over this way. So here's, I better exit and come back to my maintenance. It looks like this is going to be the big action. Okay. All right. Ah, there's the Duel. Strength of Gaia. Oh, he can regen. Yes, sirree, Bob. All right, that Titan is going to change things up. Ah, and his Knights of Avalon. They take out the back line. Okay, the gold is done. Utgard is routed. We didn't kill many Gamherdings, killed a few. Or is he going to kill them? Yes, he is going to kill them. Oh, Duel is coming forward. Ooh, that could have been bad. Well, at least he's got the... Oh, well, maybe not. That lightning strike of his does work. Yes, sir, it does. Commander Snipe, yes. Double flanking Commander Snipe. Well played. Well played. Okay, so major losses on both sides. The Utgard party was wiped. The Tower Knights were killed. Most of the Wardens were killed. We survived. The Knights saved the day. Yes, they sure did. They took out that goad in the back. That was splitting them into two parties, so we flanked on both sides. So yeah, pricey fight on both sides. I think it's safe to say that it was a win for Ban. Definitely a win for Man, but it's far from over. That Thunderfist was definitely doing work. Thunderfist was definitely doing work. Okay, let's watch that maybe once more. So let's just confirm. So at the beginning, got hold and attack from the two sets of Tower Knights. Now, what is the Duel buff here? Strength of Gaia. So we put up Strength of Gaia. And then he's just firing. How many shots of this does he have? 10 ammunition at 10. Okay. So he shoots till he runs out of ammunition. Well, the flankers are sure messing up those Gam herdings. They're kind of all over the place. Yeah, that Thunderfist hits pretty hard. Well, this battle, yes. I agree that this battle was a win for Man. But in the grand scheme of things, Utgard is not pressured to make more Gam herdings. He's limited by his candles, but for Utgard, the trade, an equal trade, is perfectly good. And the Dwee can only be in one place at a time, so that's a challenge, no matter how you look at it. All right, I got to do another bit of a bio break, so I'll be back in just a minute. Won't be long. All right, guys, we have a turn. Oh, not too many fights. I suspect we got Gam herdings moving in from all directions. Oh, look at that one. Yes, sir, that's a pretty serious bunch of Gam herdings. We have very few fights. Do my maintenance. Over here, Lucid takes out a little bit of PD with this scam-herding army. This one stayed still. He's got that fort up smack dab in the middle. So he's now got pretty much massive map control. In this fight over here, he just cleared some fish boys. And man is shrunk down to his capital circle, effectively. Yowzer. Alright, so research, man is now, picking up in a big way. Used this 3 to defend, but the income graph is pretty brutal. Pretty brutal. Massively in Lucid's favor. Army size. Yeah, so these little dips for Lucid just don't mean a whole heck of a lot. They mean a hell of a lot to man. I would guess we'll see some Magi. We can't really tell. If they're anywhere, I would expect them to be here in this central fort and then coming out from there. I mean, you had to buy a lot of goats. So if you heard men, commander, scout, another fort going up over here. So Lucid is putting another fort up. This one has a lab already. Yeah, there's not a huge amount else to see, but I agree. I think we're going to see Magi from Lucid coming out very shortly. I've got messages. I'll have to deal with those in a little bit. Let these guys know. Yeah, I just got a couple of guys. Need to tell a couple guys for the duel that I'll be a little bit before I can respond to their questions. And actually, I need to refresh my coffee. 1 second. Okay, hopefully I didn't leave you hanging too long. Have you got any predictions for what Utgard might use for magic? I mean, lightning bolts are not quite going to cut it unless you have a lot of them. It would take a lot of them. And the turn is almost here. All right, here's the turn. Well, not much to see here. I'm gonna do my maintenance. So Lucid does a little more expansion. He expands over here a little bit. Expands over here a little bit. Both of those very straightforward. Very small bits of attrition. And has bought more troops in both his forts. But Lucid is playing fairly safe. That's how I interpret this. It's a fairly safe play. Well, this is a good blitz, but it doesn't have a lot to watch. That's kind of funny. Guess that's what happens. So if we had this Duel, the Thunderfist seems to definitely do whatever job you need for weaponry. What does the wheel do? It's a magic weapon. It's bludgeoning. And this guy does have regen because of Strength of Gaia. Plus he might, yeah. So, I don't know. Yeah, I don't think I'd be trying to thug him up. Fluff Garms with Body Ethereal. Yeah, that would work. Maybe Skelly Spam Communions. I think, though, that if we jump back to the game, I think that with only 2 forts and the need to make a lot of blessing golds, there's a reasonable limit to how much Lucid can bring out Magi. We're still quite early, turn 15, and this game is definitely turned over to dominance by Utgard economically and militarily, because, you know, he's trading very, very effectively. Prophet name. I don't know where the prophet is on either side. See if we could see any in the Hall of Fame. Nobody with cool names in the Hall of Fame. So that doesn't tell us much. I think Grimlog might have been the prophet. Possibly. But I didn't look at the prophet names, so sorry about that. I didn't even think of that when we were buzzing our way through the action. Well, the Duel does help a great deal with research demand. So the chance of him getting to big air elementals has increased tremendously. Well, I realize 2 Scratty intense that's going up, but that is 12 turns of recruitment, right? And we already know he's spent 6 or 7 turns of his capital recruitment on Jotun Codes. So I just don't think he's going to have a whole heck of a lot of, I don't think he's got a lot of Magi available. Now with the new forts, yes, he'll have more coming, although this one's still only at 1 commander point. So if we kind of do the reverse math, let's say 7 goads. So that means he's had only 8 turns to recruit Magi out of 1 fort, and then maybe 1 more from this fort. So there just aren't going to be very many Magi in the game for Utgard because he recruited so many goads. Yeah, I know what you're saying with the turbos and Scratty as the slaves. I'm just doing some math here at turn 15. Well, we haven't seen any Scratty at all, and we should see them. They're big. And it's a lot of goads. You know, I counted 6 or 7 goads earlier. Every single one of these little expansion party has a 2 commander point gold leading it. Now, does he have, this isn't the place to look, but does he have faster priests to recruit? Hearses don't have holy power. So he could be doing the basic goads, and he could be pumping 2 out a turn. But instead, he went for the giant goads, and that's only 1 a turn. So I think that's the clincher in the analysis I'm making, is that with his purchasing power, he spent a lot of his fort turns. We could have gone for Jarls instead, but he deliberately chose to go for goads. So, well, I'm sure he wants to be absolutely confident the blessings are out and that the goads are tough enough. I mean, that goad survived quite a bit of that flanking by the cavalry. Crossbows, I don't think anybody's commented on it. I don't think they have any effectiveness because he's got air shield. So crossbows aren't working. Lucid took air shield. So add that to the fact that they regen 7 points around. Yeah. So no, crossbows are not going to cut it. Plus, he also has the twist fate, which means the first thing that hits doesn't do anything. So, yeah, there's a lot of damage negation, plus fortitude. So, air shield, twist fate, and fortitude. And then regen. So, yeah, I think that's why we're not really commenting on the crossbows, not because, crossbows are great, but, man rolls back out. And Jotun is, oh, here it comes. Okay, man, put some pressure on over here with the Duel. I want to see if the Duel, I got to do my maintenance first. So let's just check. We have only the one fight. No additional expansion into independence by Jotun. Jotun is simply, but here comes a major army to the middle. And a smallish army sitting here. 45 PD. 45 PD. Oh, yes. He's just saying, come on, come at me. And 20 PD here. A fort going up and 45 PD. Well, that's a lot of PD. That is a lot of PD. Yes, it is a well-tailored bless against this. So, let's see if the Dewey has gear or if it's still a caster. And did he hit a research target? Okay, Strength of Giant, Strength of Gaia. A little bit of luck. Some Iron Skin. And Howl. Okay, well, there we go. Well, so this guy's fatigued out now. He didn't do any reinvigoration beforehand. Yeah, he is building a fort there with that 45 PD, so. Well, he's got Howl. So, should just have a quick look. I'm trying to remember. But now we know a little bit more about his research. So now we know a little bit about his research. Okay, so he's got Conjuration 5. So big air elementals are a possibility now, which could change up the situation. So definitely, does he have enough Magister Arcane that haven't been killed? He should have quite a few. So hopefully he can get up some large air elementals. So I'm thinking that's, yes, he hit Conjuration 5. Seeing the Howl, helps us out analyze that. So that's a pretty important target and probably why the Dwee came out. Because the Dwee said, oh, I wanted to see if the Dwee had any gear. I'm guessing not. Oh, yes. Okay. Fear helmet and a black steel plate. So good. So that, that with his regen improves his survivability quite significantly. Now, I think I probably would have cast Earth Power just to get a little bit of reinvigoration. It would be really nice if he could get some reinvigoration on this guy. Make a big difference. Because right now, after he casts the Howl, he can't do much more. And he's standing in front, so the Howl puts him up. Yeah, his Strength of Gaia was no big deal. But the Howl puts him over the top. Yeah, 133. So and man, a Thistle Mace would sure be nice if you're gonna Howl. But with 23 protection and with fear, this guy's gonna, now the fear isn't gonna do much against the berserking Gamherdings. But still, that makes a significant difference. Well, let's see if we see big air elementals come out. And in large enough numbers to do the job. Because as Darkwolf commented, Lucid did not take magic weapons. He took Twist Fate instead. Other thing I'm a little surprised is maybe you want to teleport the monolith out to the front here. We saw that in another blitz where somebody sort of, because I believe on this map, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Yeah, so barring gear, we're out of range of dropping the monolith onto the capitals, which is a decent reason to play on this map. And we haven't seen a mono drop since the first time we saw one, which was pretty darn funny. I got a good kick out of that. We have seen some very fun things though in this game, in these duels. I'm really pleased that people are, bringing out all kinds of ideas that would never have occurred to me. I mean, basic Hell Bless, yeah, of course, and trash your scales because you know the game. Well, mostly shouldn't go on that long. A couple of them went well into the 50s. See if there's any more bad luck. Okay, that Barbarian Horde was the last really crappy thing to occur. And this is kind of weird. Like, he's got Order 2 and Misfortune 2, which is not that terribly bad. See, in Lucid, hasn't had bad events, significant ones on his capital at all, but I don't know. What do you say? It's just RNGesus. Some days it's in your favor, some days it's not. I suppose I could move over and be available if anybody wanted to talk by voice. I'll do that. Just try not to be overwhelming too bad. So I jumped over to voice. If you want to drop in, you're welcome. Who is winning? Well, I think pretty dominantly. Let's look at the graphs. You can see it pretty blatantly here on the provinces. And then even more so when we go to the income. Lucid has a huge advantage economically, so okay. Plus, battle-wise, Lucid has pounded the bejesus out of man a number of times. And you can see he's just making more troops than man could keep up with. But Lucid has played quite cautious on his final push towards man's capital. Quite cautious. I do get a kick out of this 45 PD. Man, that's a lot of PD. Yeah, feel free to drop by voice if you want. Makes it a little easier for me to keep up a talk. Hey, Rail, you still here? I saw you post, I think, way up above. Pinging Rail, pinging Rail. Didn't I see him? I did. I'm just enjoying my coffee. Sitting back and relaxing a little bit. No, we wait for Lucid. The only trouble with these duels is, well, it's not trouble, but streaming these duels is a little bit of sit around and wait sometimes. They often do really well the first few turns, and then sometimes I'm really rushed to keep up. But we're just seeing a lot of economic buildup. I suppose that's... See, Lucid's doing, yeah, fairly hefty PD. See, here's another PD dump. So he's deliberately set up traps. Yeah, he set up traps. He can afford to wait. Yeah, absolutely, Caleb. Lucid can afford to wait because he's incredibly dominant economically. It's not really his style, though. Oh, a man makes an attempt. Oh, look at that. Here comes the monolith. I I was saying, you know, maybe that monolith should leap forward and get into the action. And there it is. There it is. So I thought that was 45 PD last turn. How do you lose 5 PD? Oh, an event maybe. Oh, diarrhea has spread among the militia. Okay, there we go. All right. Let's start. How many messages? We only have 2. Let's start here. So this was a good size PD dump. But Utgard didn't leave the Gam herdings there, so the PD was not enough. The PD was definitely not enough, just on its own. But in a way, it kept man busy. Yeah, Howl will mess up PD pretty bad. So the crossbows get smacked very quickly. The heavy infantry are actually running away already. Okay, well, just PD, not... Oh, and we have some body ethereal action over here. Yes, sir, we do. So he's got a Magister Arcane, doing some point buffing. Some body ethereal, some luck, some mist form, some iron skin on himself. Okay, cool. All right, well, we saw that one. The next one that's going to be interesting is what happened here. All right, so we have a monolith and a whole whacking pile of PD and not much else. Okay, the Gam herdings are no longer here. And here comes the big air elementals. All right, squish the humans, puts up the power of the spheres. And then is it going to be gifts from heaven? Flying shield. Stone skin. A body ethereal on itself. Nope. It ended up casting it on something else. Did it cast body ethereal? No, flying shards. Flying shards. That's kind of interesting. I guess he doesn't have an astral shield. He's just going to tank. Super tanky. Air shield. Flying shards. That's pretty funny. So he doesn't have any evocation at all. So panic spam. Well, we've seen that before. We saw that the last time we saw a mono drop. Fists of Iron. Okay, there you go. That'll kill stuff. A couple of them got through. Boy, it's got a lot of hit points, though. It doesn't have regeneration. Let's speed this way up. I think we're just going to have a... Let's turn on the rounds. Shockwave. There we go. Flying shards. And man, what is left for man back there? Oh, he's got fatigued out arcane magisters. All right, and a mind burn, finally. All right, so that is now kind of unassailable. I don't think there's any way at all that man can attack that. And over here, now why was this not a battle? I would have thought that should have shown a battle, but we're not seeing anything. What about the Gam herdings that were up here? Oh, he's got another fort up. Lucid's got a fort there. He's got a fort there. How many forts does he have? Oh my. Wow. Oh, I need to do my maintenance. These guys up. Well, man made an attempt. If that monolith had not been there, I think man would have won that fight. But he had no idea that the monolith would suddenly be there. Well, I don't know. Maybe Lucid is just tremendously good at guessing. Might be just Mr. Master Guesser. But he's got a lot of scouts. I saw him buy a lot of independent scouts. So we can probably see these armies move about. And once they move into a position where they might be, once they leave their forts, if you're adjacent to the fort, you can't really pull off such dirty tricks. Wonder what's constructing the fort here. Yeah, that one was pretty interesting. Now, somebody was asking, are we going to see Magi come out with Lucid? So we've got Goads, Gamherdings, and Herdmen. Jotun Jarl. Okay, but we are not seeing a single Seth Kona. A couple of mounted commanders. We're still not seeing much in the way for Magi from Utgard. Yeah, it's pretty it's a pretty good guess. Whether or not you want to bring the monolith forward, I mean, it worked out exceptionally well. It is pretty high priority because sticking a fort that close to man's capital is, man, I guess Polter kind of has to try to contest that. It makes sense. If you don't contest it, that's rough. But the mono drop there this time, that worked out well. And I'm sure he's got the gold to build a lab. And now he's in range to drop it on top of. Now, whose candles are here? Let's take a look at that. So that's a single Utgard candle. Squish the humans. So he's not in a hit point malice. He won't get a lot of bonus hit points, but he should be spreading Dominion fairly quickly, and it might be worthwhile to have a look here at Dominion graphs. So Utgard is pushing his candles fairly heavily all over the place. And I don't think through any significant effort, it's just natural spread because he's bigger. All right, now army size, moderate loss for, oh, I must add an event where I got an army. You see that? I actually have army. That's pretty funny. What I get? Some fish boys? Where am I? I'm in this little, look at that, I got some fishmen. That's kind of funny. Wow, that's quite a serious number of fishmen. I always laugh at that sort of thing. Okay, turn is coming. Here it comes. So, does Niflheim attack man? Yes, he does. 3 attacks by Niflheim. The one on man did not succeed. Oh, the monolith is still there. The fort is done. Or, it's up. He sends a few goats to Gamherdings, so 6 of them. Okay. So, let's watch this one. Actually, before I do that, let me do my maintenance. All right, let's watch this one. So we have a few Magisters. And my prediction is Magisters are going to toss up a few air elementals. Nope, they're doing point buffing. Okay, some body ethereal. Do they have any gems? Oh, they have a single gem. That's not enough for a big air elemental. So yeah, this is just point buffing. With a handful of Magisters, that are not blessed. I don't think this was intended. The attack on man could be a ping, and we'll see that soon, but this did not work. Point buffing is fine, but they're not blessed. So that's a loss of some of their attack power. Yeah, the wardens just don't hit often enough and do enough damage. You just can't punch through the regeneration. Body Ethereal helps a great deal with survivability. They're standing up a lot better. Yeah, I will check on the capital here in a second, Caleb. I just wanted to see this one first because I thought it potentially was quite interesting. All right, let's jump in and have a look. Oh, we have multiple attacks. So what's this? It's Kona with a single death gem. Oh my. And man has put a communion together. That was over very quickly. So that was a ping in a way. What Seth Kona? I'm not really sure what the Seth Kona was going to do. Maybe he was trying to curse the god if the god was there. That's a possibility. No, I think these are patrol messages. Yeah, I believe these are patrol messages. Let's see where they show up. Not necessarily. So I guess those were pings. And this one, 32 Gam Herdings, take out 6 PD. There is really nothing to see here. Another batch of Gam Herdings coming from this direction. More following up behind. I believe the heavy pressure on man's capital has begun. So I don't know if that Seth Kona was just caught off guard. Spirit Curse would make sense. He just happened to, well, and the Duel was not there, and it happened to get shot before it could get it off. But that could have been what it was. Is just take the shot, maybe we can get a Spirit Curse. Is the Duel here? The Duel is here, but the Duel was not patrolling. So, yeah, that's my guess. And that's fairly cheap. I mean, single Seth Kona. Now that he's got so many forts up, we're going to start seeing significantly more magic coming out from Utgard. Something I forgot. Gam Herding's capital only? Yes, they are. Okay, so for backup troops, he's got a lot of other things going on. What does he bring in? Jotun Bondies. Jotun Bondies. I can't remember those ones. Herdman, Gaudy Huskar, Hurler, Body. Okay, bare bones. The bare bones guys. So he's just bringing out bare bones giants as his additional meat in his armies, at least with that army. So the Bondi here, Gam Herdings and Bondi, Gam Herdings and Human Herdmen. Got another fort over here. Is that? Oh boy, he's just putting forts everywhere. Income is painful. Army size. So a lot of that army size, though, is no longer Gam Herdings. I mean, there's a limit. Yeah. Well, I think we're just going to be watching the final economic loss. Overwhelmed by superior economics. And arguably, I think the Bless matchup was in Utgard's favor. I'd like to hear Lucid explain the thinking behind the twist fate. That one I'm curious about. Because I don't tend to consider twist fate very great on giant size hit point sacreds. On the other hand, I've heard the opposite argument that that's the best place to do it. So, because then maybe you know, if you get one of those just things like the Fists of Thunder or something that might kill him one shot. You just shake it off. I need to refresh my copy. I do. Okay, so a brief away screen. It'll be 30 seconds. Right, that was quick. Now we just wait on the turn. Yeah, I think that Duel design is pretty solid. Now the other thing we could do, go to spells. So we want to look at Conjuration 5. So, oh, here's the turn. Skip that. Does Lucid land on the capital? Does he? Looks like the answer is no. Man had to make a new profit. I saw that there, but I'll do my maintenance first. So man made a new profit. There was fights in all directions. So Lucid is just putting the squeeze on everything. This big army looks like it just walked sideways. Well, that was only 16. We saw more there before. So I don't think killing off minor PD. Yeah, nothing much to see there. So there's effectively almost no troops left in this province. What happened here? Let's watch this one. I'm thinking we're going to see some major... Oh, yes, sir. Popcorn out. Popcorn out. Now, we wanted to look at profits. There's the profit, room log. Okay, he didn't rename the profit, so no great fun there. It's a big line of Gamherdings. Got one air elemental, which dies really quickly. The Gamherding come charging up. But the Howl is making a mess. Yes, the Howl is... Well, this back line is holding. The air elementals are not particularly doing the action. I think I want to slow down. But that Dwee is killing stuff. Let's have a look here. Dwee hit Gamherding with Thunderfist. Hit with the Wheel of Turning Year. And Dwee is tanking things quite nicely. Yeah, how many can he kill? The Magisters are holding up. And the Gamherdings are slowly dying. I mean, they're harassed by the wolves. That keeps them busy. Also wondering if they're fatiguing out. Not so much. Yeah, moderately so. The Dwee just sits there and tanks it all. Quite effectively. The Magisters are... Oh, yes. Lightning bolts are doing the job. Yeah, look at the lightning bolts. That's doing the job. Now, the Prophet is still hanging in there. But there's... Yeah, there's Gam herdings scattered all over the place, so they're all going to die. All the Gam herdings are going to die. There's still an air elemental left. So when are we going to see... Oh, Utgard is routed. Well, I think the magic weapons would have helped get rid of those air elementals a lot quicker. And of course, all of the Gam herdings are berserked, so... Oh, maybe not this guy. No, he's berserked. Okay, he's going to flip in and out of berserk because he's fatigued out. So they're going to die. Yeah, there he is. He's flipping in and out of berserk as he drops off fatigue, off asleep and wakes up. There's still one air elemental in the game. Oh, one of the Gam herdings. So what are the total results? 15 Wardens dead, 5 Magister Arcane dead, 3 Tower Knights dead, but 31's Gam herdings dead. Yeah. The god might have died, but he held up pretty darn well. That is pretty rough. So man lost another whack of his army, and he just doesn't have the income to replace it now. I suspect man is not going to be able to buy any more troops. Or very limited judges and wardens. So Lucid can kind of just steadily put the pressure on. He doesn't really have to try all that hard. All right, let's look at these couple other fights. This one here, that was nothing to see. A few Tower Knights got caught without a commander. Oh, I think Polter is going to call it. Let me check the messages. Well, his god can keep going for quite a while, but, well, we might be here a little bit longer for chatting. No, Polter's not. No, he's going to keep going. Polter's going to keep going. So we got a turn or two more. It is practically over, but Polter wants to keep going, and we might have another really cool fight or two. Hopefully, you know, it doesn't take too long to play these turns out. But yeah, he's hoping to have one more big final sort of kick at the pants with the Duel. And he salvaged a lot of what army he had there. I mean, there's still a decent amount of this army left. But I don't think they're replaceable. Okay, we're going to keep going a little bit longer. It won't take too long. Oh, okay. Okay, guys, it's game over. Let's watch this fight one more time. This is game over. I'll still hang around here in voice. We might come up with some other topic to talk about in a little bit. Well, I do need to do a couple of errands. I just saw that some shide, yeah. Well, I'm going to end it, but I just wanted to watch this one more time. So, I don't think... So the howl was very significant. Oh, a last fight in 29. Okay, well, let's hang out for that last fight. Lucid could do many different things. I don't think he just doesn't really need to worry about it too much. It would have made a very big difference for this big army of Gam herdings. if Lucid had mage support. But the Howl was spectacularly effective. Look at how that Gam herding line is just scattered all over the place. And that's, you know, seriously challenging. And I don't think the Duel was really ever in any real risk. Yeah, that Dewey is not in any great threat. I mean, it's going in and out of 100 fatigue, so there it dips down to 112. But when it does hit, it tends to kill. 96. The line of wardens beside it make a significant difference. Oh, the turns here. Well, no, see, I don't think that Dewey was at that much risk. Let's see if there's a final fight. And this is 29. And this, I think, may be the final fight, but just in case. All right, let's see what happens here. Actually, that wasn't the fight at all. I don't think Lucid got the message. No, he didn't engage. No, Lucid didn't engage here at 29. Probably he's trying to bring up reinforcements. Well, ladies and gentlemen, I'm going to call the stream because fun it is, if there's something really cool shows up in the next couple of turns, I'll archive the turns. I just need to go turn on the archiving. We'll go from there. But let's just review the battles there are this turn. That one, we saw that. Utgard just keeps expanding. Why stop now? And 6 judges did not amount to a hill of beans. Yeah, I'm going to call this over. Thank you for coming by. Accuracy blessed for Agartha's Sacred Rock Throws. Well, guys, I think I'm going to be in voice a little later on this afternoon. I got to pop out, do a couple of errands. We had a heck of a lot of fun a couple days ago with just a random questions and answer goofy ass voice stream. So I'm kind of in the mood to do another one of those in maybe about half an hour to an hour. So keep your eyes peeled. But I'm going to say goodbye for now, and you know where to find me.